Okay, so I don't usually like to sing songs of people that I really love, because one, will be compared to them, and two, it's just, they're so special to me that I don't want to. You done? I just don't want to ruin them for me, you know? But there are two singers in this world that I just adore, and one is Barry Manilow, who I had the pleasure of meeting and got to talk to. That was very cool. My cousin Caroline was here when I met him. Remember that? I was like, and it was very cool. And then the other, of course, is Barbra Streisand. Now, I don't know if any of you know this, but on October 11th, I saw Barbra live. Was it November 11th? Yeah. November, sorry. It was November 11th. The reason he remembers is because he sang in the effing choir she sang with. Is that cool? He sang in the choir with her. Yeah, I didn't get there, but he did. But anyway, so I have to tell you the story. Are you up for hearing the story? Okay. So it's at the Hollywood Bowl, just over the hill over there. And perfect. And so, you know, I'm driving and I'm like, you know, I'm listening, I'm just blaring Barbra like. Please don't run in my parade. So I'm going like this. And so that's the whole ride up. It's the whole, by myself, the whole ride up. And I get and I park and I'm dying. I'm like, and I'm there, and so, oh, perfect, keep playing that. And I walk up and it says, Streisand tonight. And I started crying. I lost it. I was like, like the whole, call my mom, I'm here. Oh baby, so I pull it together enough to go walk in, and I see that they're selling posters, and I'm like, oh, I got $10. I go, oh, he's playing Evergreen, this is fabulous, oh my god. And so I see a poster, and I buy a poster, I'm like, oh my god, $10, great, $10, I need that poster! Right there! So I get my poster, I'm ready, and I go and I'm in line, and everyone's talking how much they paid for their seats. Of course, all these strikes. But no, I paid $5,000 for my thing. I'm in the nose of the blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, I paid this much, and I'm all the way back there. But I'm there. Okay, so I'm sitting there. The lights go down, and the Funny Girl overture starts. And I'm dying. And then all of a sudden it goes, bah, 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 psh, and then there's just a spot, and this door opens, and she's right there. I don't know what happened. It was like that. The door opens and she just steps forward, and something came up and I went, woo! For a good 10 minutes. And then the queen next to me is crying, which is great. His name was Peter, and Peter's bawling, and so I'm like, I'm so good next to me! I'm holding hands. And so she opens. Yeah, it was like this. She opens with, on a clear day you can see forever. And so she sings that, it was fabulous, and I was just like this the whole time. and then one little thing I had to bitch about. There was open seats next to me. I thought, oh, thank God, I don't have to sit next to anybody. And of course, some rich little Hollywood bia comes an hour late with her Coach bag and sits right next to me with her fat boyfriend. So I'm going like this. And she's talking while Barbra is singing. And I only took so much. So finally I said, could you shut up? I said, shut up. I said, you were late and now you're talking. I said, shut up. And then the lady in front of me turns around and goes, thanks. So the show, take a rest, James. The show was great. The sound was awful though. The bowl, for some reason, it was like this, and it was like this, and she would come, and then it would come back, I was like, what the fuck? What the heck? And so I pitched a big old B during intermission. I was like, I paid blah, blah, blah. I totally changed my ticket price for these seats, And the sound sucks. I said, I can't hear her. I don't know who I was, but I was talking like this. I became a Brooklyn Jew that night. I'm not kidding, you think I'm joking. I was like, I can't hear her. I paid a lot of money for these seats. This is absolutely ridiculous. I've got to watch Barbra and I can't hear her. I have a variation of this outfit on too. And so I don't know who I thought I was, but I started talking like that the rest of the day. I was like, isn't she fabulous? Oh my God! I love you, Barbra! And so it was great. She ends, the choir was magnificent, it was beautiful in the ends and finishes, and so it's over now. Alright, so the show's ended, everyone started to get up, and I was like, it's not enough. It's not enough. And I know exactly where the artist entrance is at the bowl. So I thought, alright, well, now or never. So I start making my way down. Yep, just like that. And so I finally get to the artist entrance, and I see Gary Marshall. And I'm like, hey Gary, how are you? I don't know who I thought I was. How are you? And he goes, he starts to turn and almost falls, and then I save him. I was like, I grabbed him like this. I was like, oh my God, you're right. He goes, thank you very much. And he walks away. He goes like, save Gary Marshall's life. And I was like, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting at this artist's entrance for something. And I go, oh my gosh, something. And then I see Elliot Gould. Elliot Gould was Barbara's first husband. And I'm like, Elliot? I said, how are you? I said, because Jason, her son, sang with her that night. I was like, Jason was very good. And he had the VIP lanyard on. I said, this is how I know. I said, can you give those away for souvenirs? And he went, no. And I went, well, it was very good to meet you. He was like as tall as me, he was huge. And so now, like the show probably ended around 10:15. Now it's pushing maybe 11:30, all right? So now I've already talked to all the security guards. Like, you know, oh my God, I lost my lanyard. I don't have my ticket to get in the party. Rosie's up there. Rosalind Kind is her sister, and I know her sister really well. I had dinner with her sister once. And I was like, Rosie's up there. I need to get up there. How do I get up there? And so I'm like potchkeying with all these security people. So they know me by now. So now it's like 11:45. Everyone's left. And I'm still like, someone's got to get something. And so I'm sitting there like, oh my God. And I turn, and she comes out of the artist entrance. And I literally went, excuse the language, but I went, oh fuck, there she is. And I'm like, I think I'm pulling out what I think is my camera, and it's my phone that doesn't have a camera. So I'm like, oh shit. And so I like run over here, and I just take a quick picture of her back. And I'm like, it's not enough. It's not enough. So now I know she's in there. Like now I know she's there. So I'm like, okay, here we go. So now it's pushing midnight. And I went up to one of the security guards and said, hey, when does that party up there end? You know, I'm like, my God, I've been here forever. And he goes, well, it wraps up around midnight. I went, perfect, thanks. And so I go back over to the post where we can get into the after party. And the two burly security guards that were there left. And there was this little like California assistant girl with her like knees back. Just like that. I thought, this bitch is toast. And so I thought, so I said, all right, I'm gonna go. But then all of a sudden, out of the room comes another assistant, goes, we're free to go. And she goes, thank God. So they leave, and I go, walk right up the stairs. And I'm like, here we go. I look over, she's right there. Literally, like, she's probably about this tall anyway. She's right there. And I was like, okay, there she is. I know where she's at. Let me come over here. And I thought, where's Rosalind? Where's her sister? Because I know her sister. So I finally see Rosalind, and I go up to Rosalind, and I just look, and she goes, Bobby, how are you? I was like, hi, how are you? And we talked, and we had a picture or whatever. And it's on Facebook. And then I go, this was the coolest thing to say, I'm going to go try to talk to your sister real quick. And she goes, yeah, go ahead. And I was like, okay. And there's like, all right, for all my Disney people, she's the boss, and then she's got all these hosts around her plus guests. You get it? And I'm a guest. And her hosts even give me a host answer. I said, can I say hi to her? If she turns your way, go ahead. Next time you see Mickey Mouse, say the same thing, buddy. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'm waiting. I'm just kind of waiting. And I thought, I just don't want to be a vulture. You know what I mean? I just don't want to be a vulture like everybody else. So I kind of waited off to the side. And all of a sudden she turns around, Barbra turns around to one of her security guards and goes, can we go? I'm tired. And I'm like, and so I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? So she starts to, and I was like, and I say to one of the security guards, can I say hi to her? And he goes, we're walking. So they literally brushed past me, and I'm like, no. So we're walking down the stairs, and she's literally like right here. She's right there. And I was like, I don't know who I thought I was. But I was like, thanks for a great show, Barbra! And she goes, yeah. She goes, thanks, she goes, my pleasure. But she didn't look at me. I was like, it's not enough. We're going, and she's about to go back into the backstage, and I don't know what came over me. I said, Happy New Year, Barbra! I was like, and she turned around and went, looked right at me and goes, yeah, you too. I was like, and that's what I said to Barbra.